at the end and the group to pass the form of current.
Head forward, 6'7", number 2, Kawhi
They say revenge is a dish that's best served cold. The good, young, we all grow old. In a world where you never fit you, and if he cries wolf, you can never believe him. Easy to say, so they say.
Be a good boy, Johnny, don't you ever play with.
So they say, so they say.
You gotta crawl before you fucking walk before you. So they say.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. Preparing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Collier in at the 1 spot. And for Los Angeles, we'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5. And as a coach, Stan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's 2 things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. It's good from long range.
3-pointer.
Now the Clippers with it. It's Harden with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass.
And on the drive, Harden just so tricky to guard. No one wants to risk handing him a foul.
Spins. And the rejection by Zubac. Driving in, and the dunk by Zubac.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You have no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
And it's denied.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Powell, that's good.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the 1 miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Shot to stop the run. Collier, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Sexton's shot is good.
Asserting himself at the arc. Sexton saw his shot and took it without fear.
From deep Harden, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So for the Jazz, their last game lost to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
It's Powell with the drive. Basket counts. Powell's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Coming onto the court is
Los Angeles with some changes. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. Bogdanovich comes in for Chris Dunn. And Simmons subbed in for James Harden. Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Sexton. He hits it from 9. Sexton's got his second basket of the game.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Pass to Collier. Clarkson on the wing. Outside Collins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Lobbed up there for Collins. It's stolen by Jones. Zubac's in the post. He's covered by Kessler. Yep, that one goes. Zubac has got his second bucket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Sexton. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Over Jones. And Jones sends it back. Simmons dishes to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Bogdanovich. Jones from outside. And he's good on the three ball.
Really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Teron Lou and I had a few minutes to share. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Filipowski, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Collins. And George is subbed in for Collins. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Check out stats for Leonard. Coming off a terrific season, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. Here's Markkanen. Pass to Clarkson. Here's the floater. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Clippers leading by 17. Down low. Here's Simmons. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
So it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
How about the shooting stroke from Markkanen appearing very comfortable pulling the trigger from deep.
Simmons passes to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Clarkson with the ball. Scoreless thus far. The three-pointer is right on target.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Well, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Clippers lead by 18. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
Jazz trail by 18. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Bogdanovic in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Pass to Zubac. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic. Zubac has got 8. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Fires for 3. And Los Angeles with the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, Coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell. And they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. The Jazz, number 1. The Clippers, 3rd.
You're not going to find many teams that were as polished from the free throw line as these two clubs a season ago.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Beyond the arc. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. Bogdanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Powell on the wing. Harden outside, fires the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Markkanen from outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
To the paint, the steal. 3-on-3. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
What a slam by the 6'3" Clarkson, showing he's still got some ups.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
For Utah, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Shot clock at 5. Here's Markkanen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And Coach, you watch Markkanen. He's a perfect fit for today's NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, a big guy who can shoot the ball, Kevin. And look, he's learned to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket. He's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. This guy can really play the game.
That free throw good for Markkanen. Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's done in for Bogdanovic. And Markkanen drops them both.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, Markkanen. Here's Collins. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me? He can slam it with the best of them. Collins with an all-star weekend-worthy dunk there.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Batum, the screen. Here's Harden. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And finished off by Collins.
Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
It's good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Clarkson for 3. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Batum with the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Batum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Clarkson from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Yeah, at the end of the day, a win is a win. But you know they want to play a lot better this time around.
George looking over the floor. Clarkson outside. It's deflected. Batum dishes to Leonard. Takes a 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Pass to Collins. They need this. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. To the middle. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
All the way up. The beard. Well, those were 2 loud points.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Clarkson for 3. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. No one covered. Dunn's got 7 points in the game.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
With the step back. Here's Clarkson. Can't hit from 12. And so it's Los Angeles out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
I think for the Jazz, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Jazz shooting 43% for the game. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Collier out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Kessler in at center.
Well, when the jumper is falling for Collins, it's a good sign for this offense.
Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Collier, an easy 2 points on the layup. Collier's got his second basket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's...
Connects again from distance.
And now for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Here's Collier, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Powell kicks to Harden from outside the arc, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Oh, great find there from Harden. He's just so good at finding his teammates in rhythm.
Outside, Markkanen. And the Jazz, another 3.
Mano a mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Pass to Dunn, fires from deep, drills it from outside. Dunn's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Driving inside. Collier, that's good. The Clippers have gone as spotless, 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. And that one is good from Zubac.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
9 feet out. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Leonard from 3. Kessler with the rebound. For Utah, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
Enduring the contact. Collins plays him smart and makes sure he's fouled in the end.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%.
2 shots.
And the first one goes.
Well, what I like about Collins is that he doesn't play outside of himself, and that's why he shoots high percentages.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Utah with a change here, too. George is checked in. And so Collins nails both of them. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Simmons. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Filipowski, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Lauri Markkanen. That's good from Simmons. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The 3 from George. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Simmons looking around. Here's Jones, and it's Jones finishing it off.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Utah has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
2 minutes remaining.
Clarkson passes to Sexton.
2 minutes.
Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in.
Sexton.
Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And look, Sexton's lack of size has never prevented him from mixing it up down low.
Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
1:22 left in the third. Down low, Filipowski.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Inside, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Los Angeles has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Clarkson for 3. It's hauled in by Coffey.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
With 4 seconds on the clock, the shot misses.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Aldrin out there with Brown, and it's Miller, and it's Coffey in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The shot by George, wide open, hands it from downtown.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Miller inside, drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's George. It's good. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Here's Coffey. Hits the 3-point pie.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shot's good by Mills.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Great look there, but off target. To the paint, here's Baldwin. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Baldwin's got his first points in this one.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Here's Mills. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Baldwin. Good on the 3-point shot. Baldwin's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
To the inside, Miller. Misses in close. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
We see coaches, Stan, willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Sexton's shot is good.
Well, Sexton is a guy that defenses label as a scorer, and it's on display in this one.
A 3 from Leonard. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
catching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Eubanks, and he uses the glass on the way.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Utah's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Harden inside the three-point line. Again, Los Angeles.
And one of the top scorers in the game. Harden has an innate gift for creating his shot.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles.
Coming onto the floor for your players. Number 40, Ivica Zubac.
1:31 left in the fourth. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Collier, guarded by Harden. And it's Collier missing. Los Angeles has gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Pass to Powell, launches a three, drills the three-pointer.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Collins wide open, he fires, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Leonard on the wing, and he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.